Systems design. Design is more important than ever, and design systems have become a huge piece of what makes a company or product successful, especially in the hyper competitive global software market. There is only one way to stop growth of a design system process. Gradual growth of a design system equals gradual increase in consistency and speed of software development. Design skills, but it scales only with a design system. So, what is a system design? It's the process of defining the architecture, product design, modules, interfaces, and data for a system to satisfy specified requirements. Could be seen as the application of the systems theory to product development. So there's the purpose of the system design. The purpose is to supplement the system architecture by providing information and data useful and necessary for implementation of the system elements. Design definition is a process of developing, expressing, documenting, and communicating the realization of the architecture of the system through a complete set of design characteristics described in a form suitable for implementation. So there are types of system designs. There's logical design pertains to an abstract representation of the data flow, inputs and outputs of the system. It describes the inputs or sources, outputs or destinations, database or data stores, procedures or data flows. Next is physical design, relates to the actual input and output processes of the system. It focuses on how data is entered into a system, verified, processed, and displayed as an output. Next is architectural design. It is also known as high-level design that focuses on the design of system architecture. It describes the structure and behavior of the system. It defines the structure and relationship between various modules of system development process. Next is detailed design. It follows architectural design and focuses on development of each module. Next is conceptual data modeling. It is representing of organizational data which includes all the major entities and relationships. Next is entity relationships model. It is a technique used in database design that helps describe the relationship between various entities of an organization. Next is terms used in ER model. There are three terms. First is entity. It specifies distinct real-world items in an application. Second is a relationship. They are the meaningful dependencies between entities. And lastly is attributes. It specifies the properties of relationships. Next is file organization. It describes how records are stored within a file. There are four organization methods. First is serial. Records are stored in chronological order. Sequential. Records are stored in order based on a key field which contains a value that uniquely identifies a record. Third is direct or relative. Each record is stored based on a physical address or location of the device. And lastly is index. Records can be processed both sequentially and non-sequentially using indexes. Next is comparison. Next is file access. One can access a file using either a sequential access or random access. With sequential access, every record on the file is processed starting with the first record until end of file or EOF is reached. Direct or random access, records are located by knowing their physical locations or addresses on the device rather than their positions relative to other records. So lastly is documentation control. It's a process of recording the information for any reference or operational purpose. There are types of documentation. First is programs, second operations, third users, and last system. So how does system design make working so easy? It specializes in developing great artwork by saving time and effort This helps in creating plans for information systems. It is used to solve internal problems, boost efficiency, and broadcast opportunities. It is also is the foundation of any business. It contributes a lot of successfully achieving the required results and makes working easier and simpler. So what can you do with system design? It has proved wonders to many companies and industries. This can reduce system downtime, cut costs, and speed up the maintenance work. It helps in the training of new users to easily understand the flow of the system. It helps the users to solve the issues such as troubleshooting and aids the manager to perform better final decisions of the organization system. So there are advantages of system design. It reduces the cost of designing. It eliminates inconsistencies. It speeds up the process. It makes the life of the customer easier and simpler. It provides a lot of resources. So system design skills require a good knowledge of a product development and data processing, a brief understanding of interfaces, modules, and architecture will be an add-on for users who want to learn system design. So why should we use system design? There are three primary uses that should be taken into mind, and those are reliability. It means the ability of a system to endure faults or problems to prevent failures or complete shutdowns. Scalability is the system's ability to perform and give a reasonable performance in the situation of a heavy load. Maintainability, this means writing code that simply is understood and upgraded by someone who is not the original author of the code. So overall, my conclusion would be that business is to make money and profit. The advantage of using this is to improve business and quality with increased profits. A functional system's benefit consists of maximal levels of quality control and lower production costs by processing their product and data and processing. It is a necessary requirement in any industry and company.